This is weird. Okay, there we go. Now it's doing what I want it to. Anyway, Monday morning I'm going in and having some back surgery. Gonna be interesting. I gotta be there at 6 a.m. and hopefully I'll be home by 3 p.m. I'm gonna be a bit sore. It's not a serious surgery, thank God. It's just they're upgrading my neurostimulator implant battery pack, which is also the controls for it, and is controlled with the remote. But they're also putting in some leads that, another set of leads that instead of going up my spine to help with my back pain, these will also be in there with those, but they'll be going down towards my tailbones. So hopefully this helps with my back pain even more. But I'll be down for the better part of a week, roughly. Hopefully I can get back to moving around a little bit sooner. I'm a little nervous. Uh, when they did put the 4 screws and steel plate in my back 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago now, it changed my point of balance. So I was in the hospital for a week and doing physical therapy there, and basically had to learn how to walk again. Wasn't too bad. Then turned around and a couple years ago they did this implant. Now, when they did the implant, the first week I was quite sore, especially the first few days. So it's going to be interesting. Now, I'm going to get off that. That's just an update of what's going to be going on this coming week. Apparently, YouTube doesn't like the resolution that OBS or OSB or whatever it is trying to transmit to them on the video, so it's giving me a notice that it doesn't like it. But anyway, now on to the main part of the video. I show somebody is watching the video. Thank you for tuning in. Today I had to go to Home Depot. I'm doing a job, and I needed to get a saw blade for my one of my tools. And as y'all know, I like ryobi tools, and the employees know how I feel about ryobi tools over all others. And it was funny because Home Depot has the Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Makita tools locked up, and they're locked up tight. And that's because people like to steal them. And what was funny is the only tools that are not locked up is the ryobi brand and the Rigid. And Rigid is basically Home Depot. But it was just funny because the thieves don't really steal the ryobi tools because they're cheap. But the thing they don't realize is, and a lot of people don't know is, the ryobi tools are actually better than a lot of the others, the DeWalt and DeWalt, Makita, that kind of stuff. So it's funny that they don't like that. Well, apparently we only have no viewers now. Anyway, I saw somebody else had done a video on this tool, and I've been kind of wanting to get it for a while, and they finally had some in stock in the store. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. So I used the last store credit I had and some money out of my own pocket and got me ryobi 1 Plus soldering station. It works off my 18-volt batteries for all my tools, which is cool. I don't have to be in my shop or something just to do the video. So I'm loving this. I'm already loving it. The guy has done the video of it, and it seems like a good tool. So I'm going to go ahead and open this and see what it looks like. See what all it comes with. Now, Oh, okay, this is also a hybrid one, so you can plug it in if you have an extension cord handy. Well, I got some short extension cords, but what's cool is it has a stand here, this kind of wire stand, and it comes in handy because most people that get just a soldering gun, the old pencil type, you have to sit it down somewhere. And when you sit it down, the cord pulls it and it winds up landing in your lap or something like this. But this here attaches to the soldering station, which is a bit of a good thing, I guess. Let's see, how does that go in? Okay, there we go. So it goes in on the side here. There's just a little slot with a hole. You slide it up in the hole, turn it, push it in, and it locks it in place. So that's good. Now, this has the needle tip on it, which is a good thing. Nothing wrong with those. And it just slides right in there. And that holds it so you don't actually bump it and burn yourself or have it fall off the table onto you. But it has a little well right here for something. And what that is that's the this little sponge, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think that's for the sponge for you to clean your tip off. And that goes in there, and then you just put some water in there, and the sponge will expand. Right now it's compressed, but what's cool is they don't just give you the that needle tip for that. They give you a little bit of electrical solder, probably lead-free. I don't use lead-free; it's junk. But they give you a chisel tip for your soldering iron. Now that is wonderful, and it has 4 little holes for you to put your different tips in. So that's really cool. I mean, you don't expect to see. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, there it is. That's for your extension cord to be plugged into, and then the other side here is where your battery goes into. So it's a good setup. I do like that. Let's see. Let me go grab a battery real quick. Be right back. Anyway, I am back. Okay, I brought my 2.7 amp hour or whatever it is. It's not a big battery. So we're going to plug it up. Now this has a dial over here that you use to adjust your temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it all the way up for right this second. Let's see, what does it say? It says it goes from 400 degrees to 900 degrees. Now that's pretty doggone hot. So we're going to see if it'll actually melt solder. Now, you always got to make sure you get your tip tinned on these. And of course, it's going to take a little bit longer because it's there we go. Okay, you got to push the setting knob to turn it on. Okay, it's just starting to get warm. Now remember, this is on battery, so it does take a little longer to heat up. Now, the one thing you're always supposed to do when you do soldering is tin the tip of your soldering iron. And what that does, that keeps the tip clean, and it also allows the solder, because there's solder on there, whatever joint you're soldering on the board, with that little bit of solder is on there, it'll actually heat that solder up first. Oh yeah, love that. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I think that'll work. So that's going to be a nice little tool, little addition to my toolbox. Okay, now the cool thing is, when you first turn it on, little LED there will glow red. But as soon as it reaches the temperature you've got it set at, it glows green. And then it just throttles back the current going to whatever, to the soldering gun tip. So it's definitely a good little setup. I like it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I think this will work. I just wanted to do a quick live stream just to show that, let you all see what I've got. And now I've got to get going because I got to go to a doctor appointment in a minute. But I'm trying to get everything going so I can set up more live streams and put more videos up. But anyway, for now, I've got to get going. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.